know.
I'm on YouTube.
It's so good to see you guys on this holiday, on this Easter. Hey, Michelle, Janet, Lauren, all the way to New York, Melissa, Bob, Kim, Josie, Gina, Olga, Sandra, Chelsea, Chipsa. What's up? Oh, that's you. Hi. Hi, Sarah. Michelle, Colleen, Kara, Maggie, Erica, John, Leah, Tatiana, Tara, Nikki, all across the world. It's really good to see you guys. Turn your camera on if you want me to give you some feedback. Hello, my YouTubers. Hi. Again, I'm gonna drop the playlist in the chat one more time. It helps if you like to use the playlist. It's also on my Instagram at @KDBHappy. You just do the swipe up feature to get it. And I'll say I'm gonna press play now, and then you can hear it lightly in the background of your own accord. It's kind of fun. Today's playlist is called Rise Up, obvious for, I think, obvious reasons on Easter. Yay. Oh man, it's so good to see you guys. So everyone on YouTube, it's awesome to be with you as well. Everyone that's in the Zoom chat, I see 40 of your beautiful faces. It's so nice, just pretend like we're back in that classroom together. It's a new kind of normal and it feels really good. It's good to see you. Yeah, happy Easter. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna press play on the playlist now. You don't have to be perfectly in sync, of course, it's just for you to know. Welcome, guys. Let's start in a seated meditation, please.
No.
Bring one hand to hold your other hand. Take your fingers and lock them together. It's a finger lock. I have my awesome models, Polly and Namaste here, that are gonna help us. If you've got that hand grip, take your finger lock and just kind of hold it at your heart. Your 4 fingers locked together, your thumbs can just hang loose on the sides or clasp together and hold. And if your hips are a little tight today, no problem, sit on a pillow or a block, that's why it's there for you. On this beautiful day, a holiday celebrated by many, about rising up from the perceived death, about shedding old skin and being something you didn't even imagine before, something bigger, grander, and newer. With your eyes closed, I want you to imagine something you did this week that was an act of service or an act of love. And knowing that there's only a few things that we can control in this time period, what we can control is how we give and the meaning we give to each experience. You see, here's the trick. A lot of us are looking for happiness, but that's not always it. The quest for meaning and purpose and reason, that's a true life truth quest. So today, let's rise up together, being in service to love, being in service to each other. We are sometimes alone wherever you are in the world, but yet we're so together, especially right now in this moment. Take your arms up over your head. Pretend that I'm giving you a big hug. Wrap your arms up around you. Give yourself a little hug. Even squeeze your fingertips around your back. Thank you for showing up today. And then we'll roll over into tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Cow pose as you breathe up. Now today I'm gonna go to my tippy fingers as a little bit of a demo. It helps me get some height. If you've got some blocks, no problem. Lift and lengthen your gaze up. Breathe in. Tippy fingered cat pose, round your spine and look at your abs. Do this a few more times on your own. Undulate your spine up and down so that it feels really good. Try to create more space around your heart. And remember, as you do this in-home practice, it's about feeling your breath, the ocean wave that is your breath, creating space around your heart. Never taking for granted the fact that we get a full breath in. We get to take that delicious and full breath and that full breath out. If it feels right, stay on your tippy fingers, lower all the way down to your belly. Tippy fingers come out to the side edges of your mat, basically off your mat. Drop your right cheek to the mat, Look towards your left tippy fingers. Inhale, rise up to like a baby cobra, fingertips tented. And then exhale, switch the opposite side. Do a few rounds on your own. See if you can stretch more space around your chest and your pec muscles. Move with your breath so that we're creating space where the pec minor inserts around the big muscle, the pec major. Yeah, good height, Polly. Keep breathing height into your back like we're opening up in this delicious, beautiful back bend to say hello to our heart this morning. Good morning, heart. Good morning, breath. I'm so glad to have you and feel you and experience you. Now today in practice, you may stay in a baby cobra. That's fine. I love this for your low back. But if you're ready to undulate up into an upward dog, take it very lightly. Look left and right. You can keep your thighs on the mat for a little bit more restoration. What's up, cobra? Breathe in. Child's pose. Roll your head to the earth. Take a few breaths here. As you relax your head against the ground, make a connection with whatever earth you're touching. Take solace in the fact that we're all touching the same earth, that it's one giant, beautiful, communal classroom. And then as you stretch your arms longer, outstretch an intention from your heart through your fingertips into the earth. Be in service to the earth that supported you. Send a little prayer of gratitude or love to start the practice. Downward dog, fly all the way back. It's a reset posture for your spine. Steve's got great form as his arms are perfectly straight, pushing up against the base of his tailbone. And as you pull your abs in, think about every exhale as being core work, ab work. Ha! Drive power up through your willpower center all the way through the heart. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky, open up a little bit of space by circling around. Fan out your left toes to open up the webbing of the bottom foot. And then go into your top foot, fan out the right toes, separate that beautiful fascia away from each other, breathe in. Runner's lunge, bring your leg nice and wide. Option to drop your back knee, and if you've got a block, you can always use it under your hands or knees. Take your right arm behind your back and look over your half-bound arm. Good. It's a perfect place to stay to crack open your chest. It already probably feels wonderful. Or grab your heel behind you with that right hand. It's pretty early in class to expect that to happen, so just be mindful. I've got great yoga models, but if it's not there for you today, no problem. Just grab whatever you can. Oh, that sun, thank you. Feels so good. We didn't even do a sun salutation yet. Breathe in. Bring your hands back to a low lunge. Inhale, one-legged halfway lift. Lift your back leg up in line with your head. Aim to make a T shape, and you can come back to those tented fingertips or use your blocks as little arm extenders. They're great to bring the ground closer to you. Awesome. Just like Polly, lift your head up as high as you can, like a deadlift sensation to tone your hamstring and your erector spinae muscles in your back. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Lift your right palm to the sky. Left palm, fingertips tent on the earth. Bend your left knee as much as you need and straighten your right leg hard. Expand the space from your fingertips. Go really wide in your big, broad heart. Let's see how you guys are doing. Yeah, Tati, look up at your top hand if it's accessible so that you can actively open the heart. Inhale. Half bind your arm behind you. Take that same right arm behind your back. Good. Press your right palm actively into the ground or into your back. Inhale, one arm mountain pose. Stand up with your left arm reaching skyward. Push the back side of your palm into your hips and look up. Think of it as an exalted mountain pose as you trace your gaze up through your left fingertips. I like to take on a little 𝐿𝐴𝐴N mudra with my first finger and thumb to touch. It's 𝐿𝐴�AN means knowledge, cultivating knowledge from the sky into the heart through the hand. As you inhale, look up and open the heart. Big exhale, forward fold. You can even throw your hands if it feels good. We'll rise back up one more time together. Mountain pose, both arms to the sky. Standing at attention, bring your palms to your heart. Close your eyes with your thumbs pressed against your beating chest. Today, on this holiday for many, in a great new season, right? This new 2020, this spring, let's be in service to one another. That's us staying home, right? But then let's also be in service to love. That's one thing that we can focus on right now and control. As we rise up together, we're not just alone now, but we're alone together. Take a deep breath in and feel lighter in your entire body. Give that love back to the exhale. Inhale, mountain pose, and let's make it real dramatic. Exhale, forward fold. Feels good to make sounds. Halfway up. Exhale, push up, chaturanga, step or float back. Lift your heart up into upward dog or cobra. Big inhale, pull your earlobes back to expand your chest. Downward dog, exhale, hold. Left leg to the sky, same little dance. Experience new life as your legs separate to feel more space. Even from your fingertips, all of the webbing of your fingertips, they open with a lot of beauty and length. Can you give appreciation to your pinky just as much as you give it to your thumb? And push hard down through all parts of your hand. Nice height, Gina. Big breath in. Exhale, runner's lunge. Gene, bring it nice and wide. Drop your back knee. Empower your left palm behind you in a half bind. If that feels gooey and good, you stay or grab your foot behind you. Any opportunity you can to just listen to my voice and close your eyes. Let the experience be one that's an inward practice, coming back to the temple and the altar of your body. Letting your breath be the soundtrack. Bring your palms back to the earth. Rising up with strength, wiggle your left foot under your knee, one-legged halfway lift. Align your right hip down with your left, lift your head. As long as you feel your hamstring work nice and strong, you're in the right place. If you'd like to make it a little bit more of a fold to take tension out of your back, go for it. Otherwise, keep lifting your head as high as you can to align like a T shape in your body. Breathe in, squeeze your core. Forward fold, bring your feet to touch and wiggle your hips. Lift your left palm to the sky, twisted forward fold. Straighten your left leg with a little bend in your right knee. What that does is empower your left IT band, the connective tissue on the side of your leg, to open up. Sometimes it gets a little spotty and tight. We're gonna use your breath to open it. Put your left palm on your back, half or full bind, or rather half bind if that feels right. Taking on that breath as an indicator that we're meant to be in this moment, the fact that we even got to breathe right now. And with that permission, with that beautiful knowledge, we rise up to a back bend. Inhale, right palm to the sky, exalted mountain pose. Trace your gaze and lift it up. Making a big offering to those things that are a part of something greater. Inhale. Forward fold, both arms. One more time, mountain pose, arms up, reach for something, inhale. Forward fold again. Yeah, namaste. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, push up, take your vinyasa back in a way that makes you feel strong. Hi, Cobra. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Look, he's kind of doing it. Stretch up, stretch up. Downward facing dog. Let's add that to a flow. We keep building on that same skeleton and rhythm. Inhale your right leg high. Just straight to a low lunge. Inhale, one-legged halfway lift. Lift your back leg up. Exhale, gentle fold, feet alongside one another. Lift your right palm to the sky, twisted forward fold. Exhale, hand to your back. Let your left palm lead you up. Inhale, exalted mountain pose. Big exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up from your core strength. Here we are together, rising. Forward fold all the air out. Halfway up. Exhale, push up, vinyasa back. If you're landing with a jump, land with bent elbows, maybe it's even your time to play with a little handstand kick. Downward dog, use your core muscles to engage your back and pull up and back. Nice height, Tyra. Roll your biceps inward so that we have more space in your upper back and ribs. Lift your left leg up, inhale. Exhale, low lunge, bring it back through. One-legged halfway lift, squeeze up, fold in half gently. Lift your left palm to the sky, breathe space around your heart. Bring your hand to your back. Inhale, exaltation, lift all the way up, we rise. This time forward fold, interlace your hands back behind you. Come back up to mountain with your hands interlaced and just look up. Pull your thumbs down your sacrum and offer your heart up a little bit bigger. If it feels right in your practice to widen your legs and take a deeper back bend, go for it. Inhale, palms back up over your head. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway up. Exhale, push up, have some fun as we build strength in your triceps and your back. Breathe your heart open, downward dog. Right leg high, inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Let's add on to this. Plant your right foot down, knee right over your ankle, but it'll be a big transition to the back of your mat. So inhale, lateral lunge into your back left leg. Go all the way back. Lighten up your right toes as you sit deep into your heels. If you've got no knee sensitivity, you can go to your tippy toes, no problem. I like to tap my fingertips down on the mat. And then windshield wiper your right foot forward, side to side. That's a little gentle massage for the fascia in your ankle and heel. Breathe in. Bend your right knee, toes face forward, extended side angle. Just go right into it and lean forward as your right knee bends. Just like we practiced in those twisted forward folds, be brave enough to expand your wingspan. Squeeze your rhomboids, your angel wing muscles behind you to open. Awesome depth, Polly. And just like my awesome models, you're gonna hug up your inner thigh muscles really hard, as if your feet were gonna slide away from each other. Don't let them. Stay active in that pubic bone. Good. Breathe in. Empty all of your air as you exhale. Now listen for a funky transition. Take your top left palm, swing it back like you're gonna slap your butt cheek, then all the way forward into a reaching warrior one. My back foot's just at a 45-degree angle and I'm reaching everything like a lightning bolt forward. Being pulled forward. If you want more core work, drive and wrap your ribs together as you reach skyward. Pull your biceps around your ear like they were earmuffs trying to drown out the sound. Squeeze hard through your exhale breath as you're wearing that imaginary corset. Breathe in. Exhale, triangle pose. That same left hand will just sweep the opposite direction. Down, back, reverse butt slap, and into triangle pose. Make a three-pointed triangle, right? The triad of strength, the trinity, really. Here we are in 3 triangles, from the point of your fingers to the point of your toes. In your inner thighs, a triangle, and the third triangle is under your right armpit as it makes a triangle from your right shin to your right armpit. Holding in Trikonasana, the triad of strength. Hold it, 2 more exhales. You can support yourself like a kickstand with your hand on your shin, or if you're feeling like that core work today, pull your heart even bigger open, hover your right fingertips away from the ground and the leg. Inhale, reverse triangle, lean your right arm up, take a deep side stretch. Exhale, low lunge. Come to a deep runner's lunge. Wiggle your right foot back out and see if we could go a little bit lower this time. Walk your palms or now your forearms down to the ground. We have to sink into the depths of our own personal flexibility to see how great we are on the rise back up. It's not always about who we are on that rising up, but how we take each time we're falling down, right? Today, let it be a beautiful indicator that you're right where you need to be. I love the depth, Sandra. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Breathe in. You can stay restoring. This is a great place to keep stretching. Or to add on, lift your back knee up off the earth. Now you're in almost like a pouncing runners. Take your right arm underneath of your right leg and slap your right butt cheek. There we go, nice and hard and firm. Hold in that nice runner stay. Half bind your right arm behind you or fully bind both arms. A little bit of like a flying lizard variation. Drop your left hip down towards the earth in a parallel stance. If there was lights on your hip pointers, they would straight point down. Yeah, awesome. I love Polly's variation where she pushes the backside of her palms into her back. You can interlace if you want, and even take on that same bandha, that hand grip we started class with, where your fingertips, the 4 of them, interlace and pull. Hold in that fire of your right leg for 2 more breaths. Trust the depth that you're creating, longevity in the muscle structure. Relax your hands to the ground. Right leg high, kick it on up. Exhale, take a little flip dog. Right toes up and over to open your hip. Now you don't have to take the flip dog. You can stay in your beautiful scorpion tail, but know that this does build a lot of shoulder flexibility and chest stability. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, right knee to right tricep and hold there. Now this will be your core challenge, taking your right knee to tap your tricep. If you want to drop into hurdler's pose, you can drop your right inner thigh onto your arm, left cheek to the mat to lift your back leg up. Holly's got a beautiful variation where her leg is straight, where it's a lot more inner thigh length. If you want to lift the back leg up, 2 for 3, 2, re-extend your leg, breathe in. Exhale, vinyasa through. You can always skip the push-ups if you're craving more restoration today. Downward dog. Here we are again. Hey, down dog. Hopefully it feels a tiny bit better than when we first started class. It might feel more familiar. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale to a low lunge, bring it through. Remember our crazy big transition. Inhale, lateral lunge into the back leg. Take whatever wiggles you need to feel more. Then windshield wiper your left toes side to side. Pause in the place where your left inner thigh gets the deepest and best stretch for you. Awesome. Now what's critical to the transition is that your left toes stay facing up because they're essentially going to go straight forward as we extended side angle. Take a breath in. Push off your back leg, extended side angle into the front arm. Your right arm is to the sky. Your left palm either rests on your thigh for support or it expands and pushes against your leg for a lot more core work. Keep choosing to feel strength from your core muscles. It's a decision you make to pay attention to it. I love how Namaste has his arms straight over his head in a long length. You can feel a lot more lat and shoulder strength that way. Take a deep breath in. Hold on the exhale. Swing your right palm behind you like you were gonna slap your butt again. And then swing your palms forward, reaching warrior 1. It's a subtle hip shift. We're going from a pretty open hip to a slightly closed hip. Right hip forward, left hip back. My models have such great depth. Their cores are really strong because they're reaching at that beautiful diagonal line. So as you reach, give yourself that compliment. Whatever you're reaching for, it's not even that far. You may not be able to see that goal point right yet or how, the cursed hows you're gonna get there, but I promise the conditioning you're doing right now, the patience you're building versus the panic, this is the work that we need, right, for life. Inhale, triangle pose. Swing your right palm back and then lift as you straighten your front leg. Hold your triangle. I'm gonna demo that one more time if you wanna peek at the screen. You'll inhale from that reaching warrior 1, or excuse me, inhale, and then exhale, swing the palm back as you straighten your leg. It's like a big expansive action. Hold steady in your triangle, pull your head or the backside, like the occipital bone, pull it all the way back in alignment with your left knee. Become brave in the way that you encourage yourself. In this new 2020 vision, this new normal we have together, we get to experience what being your best cheerleader looks like now. Hello, best friend. Inhale, reverse triangle, lean back. Lengthen your gaze up. Finding more space, not just in the left side, but also your right side. Come up and out of your hips. Breathe in. Runner's lunge, drop your hands down inside of your left leg. Now you know our funky options. Drop down to your knee first on the forearms if you can get that flexibility today. Trying to build more pelvic flexibility and stability. Most of our low back sensitivities come from tight hips and pelvis. Our muscles are one big connected muscle, right? So when you stretch your hips, it's preventative medicine for your low back. Notice if there's tension anywhere in your neck, face, or even ears, your nose. See if you can relax the tension from your lips. stay and enjoy the stretch, or we're coming into that more active variation. Tuck your toes under, lift your back knee up. Left palm hooks underneath of the left knee, and slap your left butt. There it is, same as the right. Now hold in that bind behind you if you like it. Finding depth for you today. Different than yesterday, different than tomorrow. This is our time to experience what strength looks like to you today on this moment. Nice, Jordan. I love how Jordan's dropping her head towards the earth. That's gonna be a deeper neck stretch. You can also keep your head semi-upright to really work your cervical muscles. Take a breath in. Bring your hands to the ground. Inhale, swing the left leg all the way up. Shake your left leg out, three-legged dog, or flip your dog. Take a big open hip. Awesome, kitty. I love how you're powering your pelvis skyward. Squeeze your glutes to get more of a release through the front line. Breathe in. Exhale, rewind. Bring your left knee to your left tricep. Now it's a great place to stay. Steve is showing you that epic core strength by pulling his knee right above his tricep and elbow. Or you can take your hurdler's pose. Drop your right cheek towards the earth. Your left thigh rests on your inner arm. You can kick your back leg up too if it feels good. Flying hurdler's pose. 3, 2. Re-extend your left leg up. Breathe in. Exhale, vinyasa down through your push-up. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. That skeleton has opened up all major movements of our spine. Awake and more alive. Let this breath to movement flow one time through. Invigorate more of an internal fire to help us rise up from whatever ashes we need to. Lift your right leg up, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Big transition, lateral lunge into the back leg. Keep your right toes up. Exhale, extended side angle, reach in for it. Swing your left palm behind you. Inhale, reaching warrior one, palms reach forward. Reverse the direction, exhale, triangle pose. Straighten your front leg. Inhale, reverse triangle, reach back. Exhale, low lunge, bring your hands down. Three-legged downward dog, swing it up. If you like flip dog, it's in your practice, go for it. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, or hurdler's pose. Right leg re-extends to squeeze your glutes and strengthen your back. Push up, exhale. Strong arms for a strong heart. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Use your core to step all the way through. Inhale, lateral lunge into your back leg. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward. Swing your right palm behind you. Inhale, reaching warrior one, really opening your hips. Reverse the direction, exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse triangle, lean back. Exhale, low lunge. Left leg high, lifted, option for flippity, dippity, up and over. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Option to stay or take your flight. Re-extend, breathe in. Exhale, push up, hands down. Get expansive in your chest. Now get expansive in the back of the heart. Adding to it, right leg high, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge. Come all the way into your lateral, up and over. Let's meet there. Bring your left hand to your back. So now your left knee is bent in lateral lunge, your left hand's on your back. Look up over your left shoulder. Sit deep within the depths of your own hip, and then ask yourself, can you go an inch lower? Like if I was actually standing next to you, could you go a little bit lower? Keep that hand on your back. Breathe into extended side angle with your right palm just reaching forward and down. Your left palm still stays pushing into your sacrum. This is a perfect place to stay to work on inner thigh strength. Your right knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Or fully bind. Take your right arm, dip it underneath. Reach outside of your right butt cheek. It helps to slap your butt cheek again if you want. Easter butt slaps. Grab a hold of your hands. Bend low into that full bind. Remember the hand grip. Lock your fingers together. And if you have the shoulder flexibility to go deeper, reach for opposite wrists. Some of you may have that. Don't just settle at what I started with, right? Keep reaching inch by inch to rise a little bit more up your arm. Stay in the depths of your own power. You've got 3 full, rich breath cycles here. We're in a new place of hope and a new place of truth. Let's keep redefining what that means, even in the resistance part of these poses. Now you can keep your bind or unbind, of course. Step your left foot in just 2 inches. Straighten your front leg for bound triangle pose. Look up over your left shoulder. Remember, half bind is great. You can even tense your right fingertips on the earth. Triangle pose in your lower body, peeling the heart open. Awesome. You look great. Just like Paul, you're gonna pull your heart and hips back. Imagine that your left shoulder could align with your left hip. Oh yeah, that looks great. Breathe into reverse triangle. Pull up, relax it for a second. Left hand to right wrist, tug back. Oh, good morning, awesome body. Breathe in. Last set, extended side angle on this side. I promise this is the last one. Now you can stay in extended side angle. It's a great stability pose. You can take half moon. Tickle your right fingertips forward, lift into a T shape. The last layer is bound half moon. You'll rebind that same bind we just grabbed, look down at your toes, and start to slowly lift your back left leg up and off the earth. A lot of times it takes us a few rounds to even just get the left leg off the ground. From that place of love and being in service to your strongest self, keep trying in whatever variation you're in. We're rising up that back leg, really building core and intrinsic outer hip strength. It's a beautiful life. One more exhale to rock whatever pose you're in. You're in it, you chose it, you're meant to be in it. Bend your right knee, inhale, star pose. Exhale, prasarita, turn your toes in, separate leg stretching, let your head fall down. Yeah, you guys can woo as well. If you guys can feel your right leg, hell yeah, right? That's a great thing. Let the tension release from your head, neck, and shoulders. You're right where you need to be. You look good. What's up, Logan? Looking good, bud. Bend your knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Michelle, you can even give Logan an adjustment if you want to reach and grab his hands. Just be careful, Logan, don't fall. Finding more space in your hamstrings. Breathe in. Breathe out. Team, bend into a skandasana. So now we're going to the tippy toe of that back left leg. Tippy toes. It's a little bit more for the knee and quad. Walk your palms to the top left edge of your mat. Feel that beautiful, delicious inner thigh length. The same thing we've been working on to create more space. And rather than letting your pelvic muscles kind of sink and sag down into your heel, rise the core up, squeeze your abdominals, squeeze the pelvic muscles. You're holding in that prana, that power. You can feel life force energy pulsing from the base of your hips. Look forward at your right toe, pull your left knee, squeeze it against your right leg. So now you're on the tippy toe of your back foot. Sit back. If you like to use your blocks under your hands, you could use water bottles or pillows, or just tent your fingertips. Awesome place to stay. It feels really good to stretch here, especially the fascia in my feet. Or take your left hand and reach for your right foot. Pull your toes back to get more space in your calf. You can feel your shin muscles flexing. It's a great strengthener for reversing shin splints. Breathe in. Woo. Interesting transition. Take your left foot out into a half frog. So now my heel's planted, almost like Malasana frog pose. You may want to drop on your butt and stretch like this. This is great. Or if you can stay upright on your left foot and your right leg straight, cool. Use your core strength to pull the right leg into frog and then gently push it back. Do that 2 or 3 times. It's a conditioning technique for one of our peak poses. As you kick out and you pull in. My right hand's on the earth for support. Then I pull out. How are you guys doing? Good. Better than Okay, you're gonna stay right there. Or last layer, that same left hand reaches for your right foot. Lift, stretch, and kick up. Your left foot is in frog, your right leg is straight, held by your left hand. It's a variation of like a floating frog compass thing. Holding for 3. Holding for 2. Replace the right foot down. Be mindful in the transition. Low lunge to the front of your mat. Side plank to the right. Swing your right arm and your right leg up. I promise you that there's only 2 side planks today. This is one of them. You're already 10 seconds into your 60-second hold, knowing that we're gonna be in it for a while. Kind of how I feel right now in quarantine, kind of just admitting to myself we're gonna be in this for a while. Can you sit in the muck? You see, we're not trying to create happiness in our side plank. We're trying to create meaning. Meaning is more longevity. It doesn't always feel good like this side plank. You still got about 20 seconds. It doesn't always feel easy. It doesn't always feel happy. But as you seek for meaning, this preventative medicine that is engaging your side abs, that's toning and protecting the spine, that'll hold you the rest of your life. You take one more big breath in with gratitude. Here I am. Exhale, push up, take it halfway down. Breathe your heart big and open. Downward dog. Let's finish the last side. Lift your left leg up with big strength. Exhale, low lunge. All the way up and over, lateral lunge. Take your left palm to the earth and your right palm to the small of your back. It's a baby twist. Look over your right shoulder. Awesome. That's what she gets.
Me?
Yeah. Left hand down, right palm your back. As you sink into the depths of your heel, feel your inner thighs hug up. Perfect. Put your right hand on your back for a little bit more shoulder opening. Yeah, awesome. Keep your right hand on your back. Look forward. Extended side angle your front leg. Right palm stays at the small of your back, left knee bends. Stay there working the shoulder opener or fully bind. Drop your left shoulder under. Reach for the bind behind you. Your heart's gonna wanna peel down. Invite the sensation of rotating your right shoulder open. Be in service to your strength by understanding that it's tiny, tiny, small steps. Not always gonna get perfect Instagram photo ready, right? It's a yoga practice. It's about feeling the depth and the tear and the opening, because breakdowns happen, but breakthroughs come from breakdowns. Step your right foot in 2 inches. Bound triangle Trikonasana. Just straighten your front leg and look up. Hug your bound fingers so hard, like you were holding on to a loved one today on this holiday, right? Hold them. Squeeze that bind. You're in a bound triangle, or you could be in the half bound, right? Your right palm's behind your back and your left palm's on the earth. Feel your right side ribs stack up against the right side hip. Inhale, inhale. Rotate, I believe in you. Little break's coming. One more, one more. Inhale, reverse triangle. Come out of it. Woo. Good. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Hold in. Remember your layers. Half moon. Or you could take on that bind. Drop your left shoulder back down. Look at your left toe and slowly lift your back right leg off the earth. Wiggling out is the kind of the fun part of it, right? Being curious about what makes us stronger. Rising your back leg up with that outer hip strength. If you're holding extended side angle, keep choosing to rise the heart and look up. If you're lifting your back leg, you've got one more breath. Squeeze and kick an imaginary hole in that wall behind you. Star pose, inhale. Exhale, Skandasana into your back leg. Bend your right knee. So now you're on the tippy toes of your foot. Walk your palms to the top right edge of your mat. Reach the bone. Awesome. Even though there's space we're creating on the inner thighs, also find strength. Where can you hug up? Where can you build strength in your inner thighs? Good depth, Melissa. Yeah, Jerome, get it. Breathe in. Going a little deeper, a little lower. Oh man, you could feel that transformation. Sometimes it doesn't feel great, but you can feel it. Breathe in. Pull your right knee in alignment with your left. So now we're in this like half splits, but your right knee is hovering off the earth. My knee sensitivity people, you can drop your right knee back to the ground. Everyone else hold and lean back. Put some weight in your right heel. Stay there or bring your right hand to your foot. Flex your toes back. If you're on the playlist with me, you'll notice that most of the songs talk about rising up. I thought it was a kind of fun irony for the holiday. And they're all very empowering songs. Breathe in. Slowly hands back to the earth. Walk your right leg out so it's in a frog. Plant your left palm down for stability. Pull your left foot into frog. Woo, core strength. Kick your left leg back. Left leg into frog. Left leg back. Perfect, you guys are doing great. You can always pause in Malasana frog and stretch. But if you're ready, we're taking that other side. Right knee bends, yeah. Right knee's bent. Left leg holds. Whoops. Left hand behind you. Right hand to left foot. Kick, stretch, and reach. Inner thighs are so alive and so strong. Rise up from your core muscles. Pull the pelvic bowl up. Inhale. Big transition, low lunge, top of your mat. Side plank to the left. Last side plank of class. You can feel the power under your hands coming from the ground. And now I want you to imagine, maybe you did catch an eye or noticed a different user that was on the Zoom or the YouTube. I want you to send energy to them. Maybe even just sending energy to Polly and Namaste too. Let's send ultimate gratitude. Get in the space that when life gets hard, we can at least express thank you and gratitude to things that are going right. What's going right? My heart's beating. What's going right? My shoulder's working. Yeah, Bob, I see it. I love the shaking. Sarah Turnley, I see your back muscles so strong. Get it, Leah. Look up at your top hand, guys. You've got 10 seconds to own your power. We're gonna stand tall. We're gonna rise up from the ground. Inhale. Last push-up of class. Take it down. Downward facing dog. Step or float all the way through to a seat. You can sit on your blocks, especially if you have tight hips. It would be nice to get some height, like on your pillow or your blocks. I'm gonna be your mirror. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm gonna mirror them for this part though. Grab your right leg. You can just follow me if you want. Yeah, because I'm gonna say the opposite. Hug your right leg like a baby. Give it some life. Say hello, hip. I love you. Now, if you prefer to stay here and just get that stretch, it feels good to take a figure 4. Kickstand your left leg as like a little holder for it. But if you want to move a little bit deeper, we're going to do seated birds of paradise and just supine birds. Looks like this. Take your right hand and dive it underneath of your right knee. Use your left hand to push your leg back so your ankle aligns with your knee. Push it back, push it back. Plant your right hand hard on the ground. So now my leg's kind of hanging out on my arm. Hold your foot if it feels good for support. Take your right hand behind your back, just like we've been practicing all of class. Then take your left hand behind your back. Maybe you can get that hand grip, bind them together, sit up tall, and maybe you stretch your legs straight. Seated birds. Holding, breathing, good. If you want a little bit of core work, you can kick your left leg straight forward. Oh my God, hold it. Woo! Happy Easter. 3. Now listen very mindfully. Unbind your palms so that the light side of your palms are open. Like you're high-fiving the ground, the light side of your palms are open. Roll down to your back if it feels right. Place your palms on the earth and slowly come down. If you don't want to take the full bind, it's okay if it wasn't a graceful descent. You can roll onto your back with us, right hand to right foot in a half happy baby. Half happy baby's great. It's the same stretch. Awesome. Great variations, guys. Keep your right hip locked down, creating more space in that beautiful open right hip. Let the cadence of your breath deepen. Being in service right now to each other by staying where you are at your home. Being in service to the love that's within us, that's a gift that we can give, especially today. We rise up together, even though we're alone. Gently get some momentum. Come off your palms. If you're on them, rock and meet me at a seat, and we'll take that same silly dance on the other side. Roll all the way up to a seat, meet me, and if you want to sit on your block or pillow again, go for it. Hug your left leg in and rock it. Your sides are so dynamic. Listen to the signals and the messages that it's sending, right? It's your best teacher. You can stay and love on that figure 4 stretch. Or if you're going a little bit deeper like we did on the other side, right hand to your foot, left hand threads the needle in between your legs and drop your shoulder down. Once you get that shoulder drop, take your left hand behind your back. You might have to roll onto your right hip a little bit, grab your other hand behind you and fully bind. Option to stay or kick it up. Option to kick your right leg straight forward. You can feel the way that your leg is pulling on your shoulder, creating all that space around the shoulder girdle. So important to hold all of the weight that we do right now in this space. Breathe in. Gently tuck the right foot back down if it's up. Undo your bind. You can meet me down in half happy baby or high five the ground with your hands unbound. Lay on top of your hands, put some beautiful pressure in your metatarsals. Let your back push into your hands as your leg opens in supine birds of paradise. Good. The cadence of your breath slows like a good song. You're dancing with the inhale in, and you're dancing with that inhale out. Bring both knees into center. Take your peace fingers to your big toes. Oh. So grab a hold of them. That's already great. You could stay. Happy baby's fine. Or start to straighten your legs, almost like a straight leg happy baby. V shape as you open up your inner thighs. Like we practiced in our lateral lunge, tug your toes closer to your shins to get more calf length and Achilles tendon length. This is a great place to stay. Or last little layer, if you want a V, a wide-legged plow pose. Keep your neck straight, chin directly between your chest muscles. Roll back, wide-legged plow. Close your legs. Legs up the wall is option 1. Shoulder stand is option 2. Lift your legs straight to the sky. Let your palms support your back. Lift your pelvis up. Squeeze your body a little bit straighter like a pencil. Lift your toes skyward and pull your pubic muscles towards your face as you drive your heels towards the front of your mat like this. Yeah, awesome. All of those good core stabilizers holding you upright. Everything we've walked on this week, everything we've held space for, now it reverses blood flow out of our feet, washing away anything before us. Down through the heart, digested through the 7th chakra, and back out. Lighter because you chose to show up and practice today with us. Breathe in. Back to legs up the wall. Slowly drop your hips if they're not there already. Again, if you're craving restoration, this is a great pose to stay and breathe. You can even lower your legs to a 45-degree angle for core work. But in a traditional Ashtanga style, to end with one headstand, if you'd like to rock and roll, 1 minute headstand hold. Sirsasana, support your head. Headstand. You can choose to play with the legs, open your legs in a wide V. Headstand, much like shoulder stand. So shoulder stand is the mother pose, headstand is the father pose. They work in conjunction. So much beautiful intrinsic core strength is here to support you. You've only got about 20 seconds remaining, 5 deep, rich breath cycles. Whatever you've chosen is perfect, and commit to that. I love the wide legs, Jill. I love the wall usage, Michelle. Great core work, Sarah Turnley. Way to bend your knees, everyone, for 8 seconds. Breathe into your depth. The slower you move when you're upside down, the more control you build. I see it, Chelsea. You got it, girl. Slow, lift the leg up. Meet me on your back, team. Rock side to side. Take your time to get down there. On your back. That's perfect. Rock your knees like they're a pot of soup. Like stir the ladle that is your knees. Pick both directions. Feel your core drive up. If you're on the playlist, I just turned it to Obrecht, the song with no words. It's about 4 songs down from where I was. Take an inhale, bring your knees into your chest. Shavasana, corpse pose, and of course you can always have no music. Let your breath be the music. Who we are in this new decade is alone but together. A new kind of connection, a new relationship with the truth. Your truth. And I don't think that we're going to be happy a lot of the times in quarantine, but we can be on a quest for meaning. Asking yourself every day, what is there to learn? Where did I grow from this? And then you get to give the meaning and the definition to what it gave you. That's how you take your power back. Instead of mantras that say, I am happy, what if we said things like, I'm inspired every day by my journey. I'm enriched by what life gives me as lessons. I'm a part of something greater than myself. Because here today, on this very special holiday, we are in service to one another by staying where you are. You're in service to love because you're in this practice. We get to rise up, alone but together. Just breathe. One of the benefits of your at-home practice is you can stay longer and just enjoy this space. But if you're ready for the collective to move together in gratitude, take your arms over your head in a big holiday Sunday kind of stretch. Breathe in. Roll into fetal pose with your ear and your bicep like a pillow. Rebirth. Opening up that cave, that tight space that maybe we were in from sleeping last night or whatever else we had fun with. We crack open the door to rise up together. Bring your hands to your heart. And let's come back to that same hand mudra we started class with. Just clasp your 4 fingers together, bring them back to your heart. It may feel good to turn in opposition of where you started. With your eyes closed. In this special time together that we have, let's make sure it's a time of redemptive healing and hope. Creating meaning from whatever's given. We're brave enough, courageous enough to know that it's okay. Being in service to each other, being in service to love, rising up together, sometimes alone. Bring your palms now to your third eye. Namaste. I'm so grateful to experience this practice with you and obviously my awesome, amazing team, Polly and Namasteve here. We work here, you know, the studios are closed down for however long, we don't know yet, and it's probably gonna be a while. So this is gonna become a Sunday practice, and every day at 9 a.m., Namasteve does one on his awesome YouTube channel if you're not already on it. Namasteve Yoga. If you guys do want to donate, Be Inspired Retreats on Venmo, we would love any, or Namasteve Yoga. We would really love any sort of donation that's kind of helping keep us afloat. We want to keep doing this. We love your feedback. Give us anything that you want to work on next week, things that are coming up for you, and also share with me good news, things that are going right. I love to share that stuff too. I love you guys deeply. Thank you to my awesome models.
Namaste,
Yay.
everybody.
Namaste. Bye, guys. Bye, Gina. Bye,
Happy
Josie.
Easter, everybody. Please hit that like button. Venmo at Namasteve Yoga if you receive value from this. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
What's up, Romy? What up, buddy?
You got Mondo on there again?
So nice.
No Mondo?
No, he didn't come today. Ooh, Janet, I love your bunny ears. There we go. I'm into it.